Welcome to Thursdays in the Kitchen with UT Extension. Starring Family Consumer Science Agent Shelby Boyer of Trousdale County, Michaela Pedigo of Macon County, and Kate Tippett of Sumner County. Now sit back and enjoy as we see what's cooking in the kitchen.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Thursdays in the Kitchen with UT Extension. Shelby Boyer here. I'm super excited to be here with you all today. And today we are talking about all things breakfast. Breakfast is so good. It is one of the most important meals of the day. I love breakfast. Honestly, I could eat it any single time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whichever. But breakfast is so important. It's a good way to start off your day and to make sure that you get nutrients and jam-packed energy that you can do anything that you need to throughout the day. So sometimes you're kind of like stuck with the same old, whether it's cereal, whether it's oatmeal, or whether it's just like your typical eggs and bacon and toast, and you want to kind of switch it up a little bit. So today I'm going to show you a recipe that's going to help you do just that. We are going to be making breakfast burritos, and they are so good, so versatile, and you're going to love them. So I've got my hands washed. Now let's get started. Alright, so here are the things that you are going to need for your breakfast burrito. You, of course, are going to need eggs because eggs is going to be one of the main components of your breakfast burrito. And you also are going to need a breakfast meat of your choice. So I have cooked sausage and I've crumbled it up. And I've also got some bacon bits that I'm going to add in there. You could do literally whatever, whether it's ham, maybe even just like some chorizo if you want to switch it up. But you just want to make sure that you have some form of breakfast meat in there as well. Also, I have got some onions and peppers that I'm going to saute to put in there, and I have got some cheese and some salsa, and I have got my tortillas. Also, you are going to need some mild taco seasoning mix, and you're only going to need probably about a teaspoon of that, so you're not going to need the whole packet because that is going to act as one of the main seasonings for our eggs. First thing you want to do is get your pan heated up, and I'm going to add in some olive oil just like this. And kind of get your olive oil heated, and that's what you're going to put your onions and peppers in and let them saute a little bit. Alright, so now you can hear the sizzling of my onions and peppers, and they are going to cook just for a few minutes until they are caramelized. And it's one good thing about being diced or this size is that it's not going to take all that long. This is also something that you can do ahead of time too, just if you are just like trying to save some time in the mornings or different things like that. And you can even freeze them, and that's what I have done is I've just cut mine up and froze them. You can also saute them and freeze them as well. Just pull them right back out and reheat them up in your skillet. But while those are starting to cook, we are going to come down here and start working on making sure our eggs are scrambled and getting the tortillas heated. Alright, so I have my bowl here, and I've got about 4 eggs, and I'm going to crack probably just about 2 or 3 of them. Because I'm going to add some half and half and things like that in there. I'm going to get my eggs cracked. And these are farm fresh eggs. Also, if you want to check and see which local farmers are around that can help you get some eggs. Because right now, eggs are in full abundance. I know that my parents have got like all kinds of farm fresh eggs at their house that they have either been given or have like bought from other farmers, and we're trying to just support our local farmers during this time. So I'm going to get all these eggs cracked. I'm just going to crack all 4 of them because why not? You know, why not? I'm going to wash my hands. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to poke the yolk just to make sure that they scramble fast and get these whipped up. And I always use like a fork or a whisk because that can break your eggs up better, because of course, you know, whisk and forks are made with little grooves or holes in them. And if you use a spoon, you can do that, but usually it takes a little bit longer, and you just want to make sure that everything gets broken up. And sometimes it don't if you use a spoon. Alright, so I'm going to add in just a little bit of half and half. Usually it's just your preference. You can add milk or half and half. I just add in probably like a couple splashes just because it helps make your eggs just a little bit fluffier. It's super good that way. And I'm also going to add in just a little bit of ground pepper as well. I love ground pepper. So good. All right. Now our eggs are exactly ready. And we're going to go back and check on our onions and peppers. All right, onions and peppers are looking good. They are softening up perfectly. And they are already starting to get a little bit brown. Since those are in there and they're caramelized and they're looking really good, I'm going to add back in my sausage and even my bacon bits. Kind of reheat that back up. One of the things that I did to get my tortillas ready is I dampened paper towels, and I kind of wrapped my tortillas around in the paper towels. I'm going to just kind of nuke them in the microwave for maybe about 30 seconds at the most. Usually I do it in like 10 to 15 second intervals just to check them. Okay, so now since this is good and caramelized, I'm going to add in my seasoning, my taco seasoning, and stir that around. And it smells so good once it hits the pan. And then I'm going to add in my eggs. I'm going to scramble them up really quick. It's not going to take them long at all, but I'm just going to scramble everything all together. Mixture is done. We can take this off the heat. So my egg mixture is done, and you see here my tortillas are soft and pliable. So now we are going to assemble our breakfast burritos. Got my salsa ready and my cheese. I'm going to get a spoon out for the salsa. All right, and here is what we're going to do. So you're going to take probably about a tablespoon or so of your breakfast burrito mixture. I'm going to get that all in here like that and layered up. Just kind of spoon it. I want to take a little bit of salsa and run it right down the middle. And I want to take some cheese. Just a little bit of handful. And then I'm going to take my tortilla. I'm going to layer both of my sides over like this. Kind of spread it out, and I'm going to roll. And then, there you have it. So I'm going to make a couple of these, and I'm actually going to put them back in the pan to kind of sear them up and get them brown. Okay, so what I did here is I just got them seam side down in my pan, and I'm just going to make sure they get good and brown and kind of toasty on both sides, and then that way they'll be ready to serve. That they've kind of gotten brown and toasty on both sides. Looking good. So now I'm just going to top them off with some salsa and sour cream. All right, and there you have it. They're super simple, super easy breakfast burritos. So cut into them, and the cheese is melted. You got your egg mixture in there. Let's see. These are so good. Oh, I love breakfast, and I love breakfast burritos. I think I'll say that about everything we make, but it is so good. All right, so I'm going to enjoy my breakfast burritos, but next up, you're going to be hearing from Michaela Pettigo, and she's going to talk to you about the importance of getting a wonderful breakfast.
Thank you, Shelby, for showing us how to make breakfast burritos. Now I'm going to cover the importance of breakfast. Breakfast is often called the most important meal of the day, and for good reason. As the name suggests, breakfast breaks the overnight fasting period. It replenishes your supply of glucose to boost your energy levels and alertness, while also providing essential nutrients required for good health. Many studies have shown the health benefits of eating breakfast. In the short term, it improves your energy levels and ability to concentrate. And in the long term, it can help with better weight management and reduce risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Let's go over the energy found in breakfast. The body's main energy source is glucose. Glucose is broken down and absorbed from the carbohydrates you eat. The body stores most of its energy as fat, but your body also stores some glucose as glycogen, most of it in your liver, with small amounts in your muscles. In the morning, after you have gone without food for likely over 8 hours, your glycogen stores are low. Once all of the energy from your glycogen stores is used up, your body starts to break down fatty acid to produce the energy it needs. But without carbohydrate, fatty acids are only partially oxidized, which can reduce your energy levels. Eating breakfast boosts your energy levels and restores your glycogen levels to keep your metabolism up throughout the day. Skipping breakfast may seem like a good way to reduce overall energy intake. However, it will delay your metabolism and may actually cause you to overeat the remainder of the day. Eating breakfast may help you control your weight because it prevents large fluctuations in your blood glucose levels, helps control your appetite, and helps fill you up before you become really hungry. Studies suggest that not having breakfast can affect your mental performance, which can cause tasks to feel harder than they normally would. Children and adolescents who regularly eat breakfast tend to perform better academically compared with those that skip breakfast. Despite the benefits of breakfast for health and well-being, many people often skip it for a variety of reasons. The good news is there are plenty of ways to make it easier to fit breakfast into your day. Here are some ideas. You can prepare some quick and healthy breakfast foods the night before or on the weekend to meal prep, such as breakfast burritos, overnight oats, or healthy muffins, such as egg and veggie ones. A pre-prepared breakfast means you can grab it and eat it at home, on the way to work, or once you get to your destination. You can keep some breakfast foods at work if allowed to enjoy once you arrive. You can get in the habit of setting your alarm for 10 to 15 minutes earlier than usual to give you time to have breakfast at home. You can swap out any time-wasting habits in the morning, such as checking your emails or scrolling social media before heading to work, and use this time for breakfast instead. Or you can prepare for the next day the night before to free up time in the morning to have breakfast. Therefore, breakfast is important for many reasons, so try to not skip it. Now to Kate for some examples of morning stretches.
Thank you, Michaela.
Yes, thank you so much, Michaela. Kate and Barrett are back again, this time to talk to you about something other than food safety. We are going to talk to you about the benefits of morning stretches, since we're doing a breakfast-themed Thursdays in the Kitchen. So there are many different benefits for stretching. The number one being flexibility. It improves your overall flexibility because you're moving those muscles. Another thing too is posture. When you stretch, you become more aware of your posture, and it helps you keep that proper alignment. So that's another benefit of stretching. Also, injury prevention is another really big one, especially for those of you who are runners and that kind of stuff. So stretching those muscles out before and after is definitely a benefit. Other than those physical benefits that I was just talking about, there are other benefits too for your mind. When you stretch, especially early in the morning, it can help to calm you, release any tension that you may have before the day gets started. But it's also an energy booster, and that's what Barrett and I will be showing you with the 3 stretches that we are going to do. Ooh, yes. One big thing I do want to share is that you should not be stretching cold muscles. Your muscles need to be warmed up. I don't know, with our little background, but your muscles do need to be warmed up before you start stretching them. So whether that's walking around while lifting your knees, just moving your arms side to side, whatever that might be. You do not want to stretch cold muscle. You want to stretch warm muscle. So we'll go ahead and get started with our stretches. Our very first stretch is called the standing quad stretch to really stretch out those quadricep muscles in your legs. So we are going to keep our thighs parallel and our chest high, and we will hold each stretch for 10 seconds. All right, for this stretch, I'm going to have Barrett show you because it will not show my arms in the video. Mommy's a little too tall. So this is called the hip flexor stretch. You will start in a lunge position with your left leg forward. You will lower your right knee at a 90-degree angle while raising your right hand into the sky. And you will hold for 10 seconds. All right, this last one is surely going to get the blood flowing. So this is the cobra into the downward dog. So the cobra stretch stretches your abdominal muscles first. You lift your head and your torso up off the floor. Go ahead, Barrett. Like a cobra. You hold that 10 seconds. And then transition into a downward dog where you push your hips back into the air while holding yourself steady with your arms. Go ahead, Barrett. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Thursdays in the Kitchen. We hope that you're able to use some of these stretches to wake yourself up in the morning and then have that delicious breakfast burrito. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.